Matt Vasgersian back on the minor league pregame show as we move closer to first pitch tonight in the Pacific Coast League with the Bowman Prospect Spotlight. TJ Jimenez is in the glow, and he's coming off a very nice game in which he racked up 4 hits and just looked dialed in at the plate.
Yeah, anytime you get yourself 4 base knocks in a game, you're doing something right. You might have gotten a couple of gifts in terms of good pitches to hit, but, you know, it's not about the pitches you get, it's what you do with them. And from what I saw, the balls were flying all over the yard off his bat. That performance was big for his team, and I'm sure they're hoping he can do it again in this one.
All right, the guy trying to continue.
What's up, everybody? It's Crowbar, and we're back with more PJ Jimenez Road to the Show here on MLB 14 The Show. So, unfortunately, we have been playing the last few weeks in AAA, but we've been trying to get our base running up, trying to do more stolen bases, you know, just trying to get back in the MLB club. But for this episode, for a little bit, I want to talk about something big that's been happening in baseball right now, and you guys probably already know what happened. It's the huge trade that happened between the Chicago Cubs and the Oakland Athletics. And I just want to give kind of like my analysis on it and like how this is going to help both teams. So, you know, we'll just talk about this for a few minutes. And also, I have a sports blog now. So I did a sports blog article on the on trade analysis. You can actually read the actual article, or you can listen to like me just talk about it briefly. But I went really in depth on the article, and I'm just talking about it briefly on this video. But let's just go into it. So, if you guys don't know what the trade was, it was the Chicago Cubs sending Jeff Samardzija, Jason Hamill to the Oakland Athletics, and the Oakland Athletics send their top 2 prospects, Addison Russell and Billy McKinney, and they also sent in a starting pitcher in Dan Straley. So this is going to help both teams because the Chicago Cubs, they already have a very, very good farm system, and this is going to only add to their farm system. So they are pretty much set at every position. I go about this in the article of like what players they have at each position, but they're basically set at every position. And shortstop now, they're just loaded in shortstop. They got Javier Baez, Addison Russell, and they got Starlin Castro. So they could either move one of those guys to second base, or they can trade a couple of those guys, and they can get some young pitching, because that's something they really need right now is young pitching. And then they're going to be set for the future. But the trade pieces that I see happening right now are Mike Oltz, maybe Starlin Castro, Darwin Barney, Arismendi Alcantara, however you say his name. And there are a few more trade pieces, so like these guys can be traded for pitching prospects, and I think that they can really bring in good pitching prospects, because if they just get pitching prospects and these guys pan out the way they're supposed to, then they are going to be completely set for the future, and they're going to be extremely scary in like 2016, 2017. But as for the Oakland Athletics, they're currently the best team in baseball, in my opinion. They have the best record in baseball, and they have a lot of great talent on the team. And just adding Jeff Samardzija and Jason Hamill, that's going to already help out the rotation a ton, because they're going to have Jared Parker, they're going to have, and they sent Tommy Malone down, but they're going to have Hamill, they're going to have Samardzija, and they're going to have Sonny Gray. So it's going to be a very nice rotation, and they're going to be pretty much just set like to try and make a World Series and playoff push. So that's basically what I want to talk about this trade. Like I said, if you guys want to go check out the article, I went in far more in depth in that article, and you guys could just read about that. Maybe you guys can like discuss with me if you guys like want to talk about this trade with me, or maybe something the Cubs or the Athletics can do to improve the team. Maybe you can just tell me, or maybe some other trade pieces. But that'd be pretty awesome. But we're getting into the gameplay now, so we're gonna end up hitting this deep home run right here. You know, we're just crushing the AAA pitching right now, trying to get ourselves a spot back in the major leagues. As nice big home run there, and that hit would be the only hit you get in the game, as he ends up going 1 for 4, striking out once. But we move on to the next game after that, facing the Reno, facing off Reno, and that one's gonna be a strikeout right there. Not what we really wanted. Bottom of the 4th inning, 2-0 game, or 2-0 count, and this ball is hit deep to right field. Back on the right fielder, he will look up, and that one is gone. PJ Jimenez is going to go deep once again. Another home run for PJ. Just tearing the cover off the ball. Bases loaded now. And this one's going into the gap. Easy extra base for PJ. Just a matter of how much extra bases is going to be. He's already got a couple RBIs in. PJ rounding second base. He will slide into third base. Actually, no slide, however, as he is going to end up getting a 3 RBI triple. Now we're moving on. We're just 90 feet away, 2 away. And this hit's going to go in right field. And the right fielder will not be able to come up with the ball. So PJ's easily going to get an RBI. I mean, a run there. So now bottom of the 8th inning, 8-1 game. Runners on the corners. And this one is hit into first base. On to second for one. On to first as he will be safe right there. So he ends up getting 2 hits in that game with the home run and the triple. Gets the fielder's choice in the last one. But next game, he ends up going 0 for 3. So that's unfortunate. As now the next game is top of the 6th inning. We're down 3-0 to Sacramento. And we got to get some base runners on. So we're going to end up stealing second base. Great job by PJ. He would not end up scoring, however. But we move on now. Top of the 9th inning. We got a full count. The starting pitcher still in the game. And this could probably get him out of the game. A long foul ball, home run right into the bullpen. As that one is going to be gone. Another home run for PJ. And guess what, guys? He's going to get some exciting news in this game after this game. And you guys probably already know what that means. He ends up getting 2 hits in the game. 2 for 4 in the game. But there's been an injury in the major league level as he's been called up to the Mariners right before the All-Star break. So he's going back up to the majors. You can see he will be replacing the injured Carlos Quentin. So he'll be up there in the major leagues for at least 2 or 3 weeks.
MLB pregame show. The action is right around the corner, but before we get there, we'll take a look at some young talent you'll see out on the diamond with today's installment of the Bowman Prospect Spotlight. TJ Jimenez is our man to watch. Recently called up as an injury replacement. He'll see some action in this one as a member of the starting lineup.
Well, I know that he's being called up to fill a temporary void, but if he can impress his skipper enough, you never know what can happen. You know, some of the greatest players in history only had the great careers they did because they took advantage of unexpected playing opportunities like the one he has here. You have to assume he's happy to be up here living the good life in the big leagues. He wants to make it permanent, so we'll see how long he can make it last.
So you can check out the stats that he had when he left the major leagues. He was going 13 for 39 in his last 9 games. He's hitting .274 in the season. So bottom of the 2nd inning, first at bat, and first pitch he sees. Well, that's not going to do much. He's going to end up popping out right to Jason Castro, who will put him away. Later in the game, bottom of the 3rd inning, 2 men on for him. And he's going to end up hitting this one in the right field, but it's going to be caught out there by the right fielder. A tremendous play, but that will end up driving in a run. So now 3-2 game, 2-0 Seattle, and he will end up drawing a walk. So this game, he didn't end up getting any hits, but it was still a strong game as he ended up drawing a walk and getting an RBI on the sac fly. But we move on now. We're now in Tampa Bay, top of the 9th inning, 1-0 game, and now this one is hit deep into the gap. That one's going to split the outfielders, and Jimenez has got extra bases now. He's running second base, and that's just easy extra bases for him. Slides into third base with a triple. As now that's a 1 for 4 game, but now he's going to go on a massive cold streak because the next game he ends up going 0 for 4 to 2 strikeouts. And the next game after that, we will see a little bit of something here. Top of the 8th inning, 4-1 game. Seattle up, 0-2 count, and PJ, he's ended up hitting this one into center field. But check out this play by the center fielder to absolutely rob him on that play. And this game, they make the outfielders make too many dabbing plays in this game. I just don't get it, but we move on now, as this is a game PJ has been looking forward to for a long time. He is playing the game against his old organization, the Boston Red Sox, and he kind of wants to get revenge on them because he wanted to play for the Red Sox, and they just trade him away like that to Seattle, where Seattle's not really giving him an opportunity. But you could see his last 5 games, he's ended up 1 for 18, as he didn't get a hit in that at bat. But this ball's hit deep to left field, and the Green Monster's out there, and PJ, he's going to try and scale that Green Monster. But he will not end up getting the ball, so that's going to be a hit for them. And he ends up going 0 for 4 in the game, another unsuccessful game for him. It's now the last game here in the Red Sox series. Seattle's up 6-3 in the top of the 8th inning, 0-2 count. And this ball is going to be hitting the center field. PJ's finally got his 2nd hit of the major since being called up, as he will end up getting a single to center field. Now trying to get into scoring position, he will end up stealing second base. A great steal for PJ. But that's going to do it for me today, guys, as he did not end up scoring. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys enjoyed it, give it a like, leave some comments. And if you guys have any suggestions, leave them down below. But I'll see you guys in the next episode, and thank you for watching.